एतत्ते सकलं राज्यं न्यासं निर्यातितं मया अद्य जन्म कृतार्थं मे संवृतश्च मनोरथः यत्त्वां पश्यामि राजानम् अयोध्यां पुनरागतम् एतत्ते सकलं राज्यं न्यासं निर्यातितं मया. Here is your kingdom, the whole kingdom of yours, which I am returning to you, which you had given me. In lean, I was, it was not mine, it was yours. I was just keeping it in proxy, taking care of it when you are not there. That is all Nyasam. I am returning it to you. And today I feel that my birth has been purposeful. I have attained the purpose of having been born. Kaikeyi's birth has gone to Kaikeyi. That birth is now, I see that it is now achieved fusion. Because I see you come back to Ayodhya as king. And then he put his head on his Rama's feet. Someone says on this scene, Nindu Nambi, that is Raghava, Rama was standing. Shevadi Randum Anpum Adiyarayaga Cheti Tiruvadi, that is, he had Shevadi, the two Padukas he had deposited back at the feet of Sri Rama. Those are not just the two, he was not just giving the two Padukas. Those Padukas were complete with full, his entire love was with it. His love and the Padukas were now given to the feet of Rama. பூவடி பணிந்து விழுந்த பாதனை பரதனை தன் மலர் போன்ற அடிகளில் பொறுமை விம்மி. Rama, apparently when Bharata fell at his feet like this, he broke down and vimming.
Emotional.
You have to see a baby cry to understand how that cry is. Whole body cries. Like that Rama broke down and wept. Navida Vepadu Undrum Unartilan, they could not be done, no words, Rama could not find words to speak, could not speak. Ayudhi Shorma. Yeah, wept. Broke down. Aviyum Udalum Undu Tadivinan, and then he embraced Bharata as if the body and the soul was now coming together. Avekshatam bhavam kosham koshtagaram griham balam bhavatas tejasa sarvam krutam dashagunam maya. Bharata tells Rama, please inspect the treasury. Please inspect. By your grace, Koshtagaram griham balam. The army, the treasury, the economy, by your tejas, it has been made to grow tenfold. Dashaguna Maya. This one has been able to grow at tenfold by your grace. So, when Bharata spoke this and all this was happening, Vibhishana and the other ape chiefs all had tears in their eyes and they saw all that. And Raghava was so pleased. He took Bharata on his lap and said, okay, let's go. and that Pushpaka Vimanam started moving down on the road. It was like a car going now, limousine or whatever you want to call it. It was going down, and they reached the hermitage where Bharata was, that place where he was actually staying. They went there, and all got down, and Rama said, Bhavai Shravanam Devan Anujanami Gamyata. He told the Pushpaka Vimana, travel. You may now go and serve Kubera. Having been discharged, the Pushpaka Vimana took off into the air, turned north, and went off to Kailash. पुरोहितस्यात्मसखस्य राघवो बृहस्पते शक्रैवामराधिपः निपीड्य पादौ पृथगासने शुभे सहैव तेनोपविवेश वीर्यवान्. Now that they had entered the hermitage, Rama again turned towards Guru Vasishtha. Again he clasped his feet. There was a special seat arranged for the Guru. He made Vasishtha sit on it. There was an asana for Rama by its side. There was another asana where Rama sat. Vasishtha, Valmiki called Vasishtha Purohitaha, Tasya Atma Sakha. For Rama, Vasishtha he valued Vasishtha as his own self. They both were occupying, like Lord Indra sitting with Brihaspati. The two of them sat and they started discussing matters. Then starts the sarga of Rama Pattabhishekam. So when they are discussing, Vasishtha and Rama are discussing. So our commentators say, elders, that Rama would not enter Ayodhya without Bharata asking. Bharata is king. Without his permission, he would not go inside Ayodhya. He doesn't say so. He is simply sitting and talking with Vasishtha. Bharata understands. It's a problem of life. I'll fail every time. If I was to understand and act based on things unsaid. That needs a sensitive mind which is taking in the entire thing, understanding, etc. That's the way great people will not tell you. Maybe one eye look they would have conveyed and you have to understand. A huge crowd will be there. Acharya will be sitting on stage doing puja. He may cast his eyes around who all have come. You are standing 1 in 100 there. You don't know. Somebody next to you says, no, he saw you. How do you know? No, I saw you. I saw. That's sensitive. Or not only he saw you, he told you not to go to wait. Well, didn't say anything. That's from the stage. No, you have to wait. So I say, Rama is chatting. Bharata realizes that now, next step has to go forward. He goes, hands clasped above his head. He speaks to Rama. पूजिता मामिका माता दत्तं राज्यमिदं मम तद्ददामि पुनस्तुभ्यं यथा त्वमददा मम. Rama, you gave this kingdom to me. You gave this kingdom to me because you treated the words of my mother with great respect. You consider her words to be worshipful and therefore you went off for exile and you gave the kingdom to me. And not just that, when I came back from Chitrakuta, you had told me I told him, you don't come back after 14 years, I'll go into the fire. This he had told him, finally. I'll wait 14 years, not one day more. If I don't see you on that day, I'm gone. Rama said, that's fine, but if you don't treat your mother well, I'll not come back. So here the commentator said it also means, Karta is saying that I have treated my mother with great respect. All these 14 years, because of your orders, I have treated her with great respect. Now my part of the deal also has been done. So I am giving back to you your kingdom which you gave to me and you have to take it. Both sides. There is no conditions left to fulfill. दुरमेकाकिनान्यस्तां वृषभेन बलीयसा किशोरवद्गुरुं भारं न उत्सहे. There is a huge ox. That ox is loaded with some heavy weight. That ox, the weight is taken off that ox and put on a small calf. Baby calf is there. Put on it. How will the calf be able to carry that weight? He says, just as much as the impossible and totally not capable of carrying that weight, that is my situation. I am like that calf in whom the weight which should have been in you has been put on me. I cannot carry it anymore. I have no interest in carrying it. Utsahe. I have no enthusiasm. I cannot. Impossible for me. I cannot shoulder that burden. वारिवेगेन महता भिन्नसेतुरिवक्षरं दुर्बन्धनं मिदं मन्ये राज्यं मच्चिद्रसंवृतम्. I consider it impossible to keep in check the breaking forces that break up a kingdom unless a superior binding force actually holds it together. I find it impossible to keep these dissipated, these breaking forces under check. Even as a dam which is breached by a flood, it's impossible to stop it from being washed away unless there is a bund which is built all around it. I think you understand what I am saying. Now, Gatim Kharaivashwasya Hamsasyev Chavaya Sahananvetu Utsahe Veena Tavamarga Marindama. Gatim Kharaivashwasya. There is a mule. Mule is trying to imitate the walk of a horse. Or a crow is trying to imitate the walk of a hamsa, of a swan. I cannot aspire to follow your walk, Rama. I cannot aspire to follow in your way. There is a tree. Somebody plants a nice tree in their garden, in their courtyard. They plant a tree. The tree grows nice, good. It grows, it's a fruiting tree. Good fruits are to come. It grows nicely, stout, unclimbable trunk, many branches. And then, having grown tall, it flowers also. But it does not give fruit and it dries off, the tree. If you don't take the kingdom back, this will be the state. What use is the tree to the one who planted it if it never doesn't give any fruit at all? So to say that Ayodhya planted you, could almost saw you becoming the king, you did. And now if you don't actually take up the kingdom, you will have, there's nothing there. The fruit of the kingdom would never have realized. I hope you understand, you can understand the meaning. Let the whole world see you crowned today, O Rama, blazing like the midday sun. Madhyamne dhita tejasam. Turi sanghat ghoshay Kanjinopur nisvanai madurai gita shabdai pratibudhyasva sheshvata. Let you be now, from this day on, be woken up in the morning to the sound of many hand drums and the tinkling of nupuras, anklets, to the tinkling of the girdle bells. Nupura is girdle bell. Kanchi is other way. Kanchi is a girdle bell, Nupura is the anklet. Kanchi Nupura Nisvanai. To the sound of girdle bells and anklets, and to Madurai Gitai Shabdaischa, to the sound of melodious songs. But you from today wake up in the morning. The kings are woken up like that. Now all of us can be woken up like that. With the mobile phone, you can set up those tunes. Mixture of all these sounds that he talks about. Yavadavartate chakram yavati cha vasundhara tavat tvamiha sarvasya swamitvam manuvartaya. So, although Valmiki doesn't say, the Rasikas say, the drama is, he said, you must now take over the kingdom, all that is fine. You must wake up to the sounds of music, all that is fine. But what is it? Does it mean that, please come, you take over the kingdom, you rule for a while? I have done rule for a while, now it's your turn, you rule for a while, then maybe Lakshmana can rule for a while, then Shatrugna can rule for a while. Is that what I mean? Just to clear any such doubt, Bharata is saying, Yavadavartate chakram yavati cha vasundhara tavatvam isarvasya swamitvam anvartaya. As long as the earth lasts, as long as the planets move around in their orbits, so long should you be the lord of this land.